Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yo, what's up, everyone? This is your boy Pac Man, and this is Behind the Mask Podcast, episode 2. I'm here with Bunny Monroe, and we also got our girl Snow today.
Hey
Hey
everybody,
guys.
Bunny Monroe here. And we finally got Snow on. So we're super excited to have her aboard. And Gary is out today. He will be back on our next episode. But today we will be diving into Big Brother Canada episodes 1 and 2 and giving our thoughts and opinions on what happened in this episode. And spoiler alert, if you have not seen episodes 1 and 2 of Big Brother Canada 9, then this is not the show for you because we will be spoiling all of it and giving all of the tea.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all ready to go ahead and dive on into it?
Of course, always.
Awesome. Okay, so the episode started, we get our cast introductions, and then we find out that Canada voted for two team leads, and so we were able to see Tina and Kiefer voted as the team leads, and then they had to pick their teams based on what they saw whenever the cast members came inside the house.
Yeah, so they got put in the house early. They went in like a couple of minutes early together and went to their own separate rooms and everything. And they just got to watch everyone come in. And then they had to base their team off that action. They couldn't hear anything, they can just see what was going on.
So, a couple highlights from that was I thought it was super funny whenever Kiefer said, I can barely fit into my clothes. How am I supposed to fit into these people? Like, fit in with
Right.
these people.
Right, yeah. He was all like, are they all models or what?
Yeah,
It is a beautiful cast for sure.
it is. They're, oh God, this, I'm like, I have a crush on like almost everybody. Like, there's, and then he looks at Tina, he's like, you want to do guys versus girls? And she's just like, no.
No.
Oh,
That was smart though for her to not fall for that.
Exactly.
yeah.
100%. Because guys versus girls is boring. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah, so they come out, everybody introduces themselves, and then you quickly see Ty and Jedson form an undercover brother like alliance right off the bat. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, there's go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I could see where they would match up, but it's kind of funny they end up getting split up.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a theory that they know each other because they said undercover brothers. Now, do we think that they just hooked up because like they just looked like they would just automatically they just saw each other and was like, bro, and or do
Yeah.
we actually think that they know each other because it's a theory?
I don't think they know each other, but of course people gravitate to people that they look like.
Right.
So I mean it could be true that they know each other, but it could just be like they just I don't know, felt their energy and you know.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes like you meet somebody and you just automatically gravitate towards their energy.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I
we've
can
seen it plenty of times on Big Brother US where the bros just attached to each other and everything. The
Oh yeah,
girls attached to each other. You know, like people just gravitate to who they feel comfortable with.
exactly. And I can see why they hooked up or whatever. I can see why, but I can also see it going both ways. I do feel like it would be a fun twist though if they actually do know each other and they had like this like pregame thing, like if they went to the house. So it could go either way, and I'm super excited to find out.
Yeah. Do you think they'll pull anyone else in, like Kyle or Rohan?
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
oh, for
I
sure.
think um what would be smart if they were really the undercover brother, and then they put more members in, and then work together as a group collectively. But then at the end of the day, they're always going to be each other's final two.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening.
So let's talk about the teams because I think that's kind of an interesting part of their duo with them being on opposite teams, how that's going to play out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Team Destiny, Tina was the captain for that team, and she picked first, and she picked Tyshawn.
Yeah. And
And
then,
then Kiefer, who was Team Defender, he picked Jetson first.
of course,
So
they
they
were going
got
to go
split
for
up.
the big strong cause.
Yes, it's like they're recognizing that
Yeah,
straight in them, to be the power probably.
right.
Oh yeah.
So Team Destiny, you got Tina, Tyshawn, Kyle, Austin, Victoria, Beth, and Tara.
And
How do
then
you feel about that team?
I love that team. I think it's a
Yeah.
good team.
Yeah, I think they're going to dominate, to be honest.
Hmm.
Yes, I really do. Because you have a lot of
So it's safe
interesting
to say you're
characters.
Team Destiny.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like, I mean, they both have powerful people on their side as far as strength, but I think the girls on Destiny will end up kind of like the brains part of it. I know Austin said she was really good at memory comps.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. So let's talk about Team Defender. You have Kiefer, Jetson, Latoya, Rohan, Josh, Braden, and Julie. I'm I'm really Team Defender because they have like the people that I like the most.
No.
I mean, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do, and I can just hope that they're not gonna be a Falte alliance,
Oh my god.
BB20.
For sure. I will say my favorite player is on Team Defender. And my favorite player, as everybody knows, is Latoya. So she's the
I
one
think
I'm
she's
most excited.
everyone's favorite player.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fierce for sure.
Oh my god, she's so.
Yeah,
Oh, I can't wait to see what she does in this game. I really can't.
yeah,
Yeah. So then we find out that there's no HOH or no veto competition, but there is a
right,
safety competition, and
right.
the winning team is safe from eviction. However, the losing team is everybody's up for eviction. So this is a do or die comp, and in this comp, we see them having to hold buckets of slime and to see who can hold it the longest. And oh, let
And
me just say,
I just want to point out, like, you would think this comp is like it's made for Team Defender because they have most of the guys.
yeah,
If you
Right.
notice, like what Team Destiny, they have all the girls. They only have two guys.
yeah, 100%. But I mean, Victoria, she surprised me in this competition because she was just like playing tired. Oh, I can't
Yeah.
hold on very long. And then she just kills it. I'm like,
Yeah, it came down to Victoria and Rohan for
yeah,
each team, and Victoria took the win. The comp lasted over an hour and a half.
So don't forget too that the captains they had where they could put the slime and
yeah.
whose strategy do you think played out the best there? Putting it all in one or separating it out?
Put it in all in one, get the strong guy out first.
Get Ty.
Yeah. Well, it was Judson, but yeah.
Was it Jetson?
Yeah, it
Or
was
Yeah, it
did
was
you Ty?
Jackson.
because Judson is on Team Defenders.
Look,
And I feel
see,
like,
I can't even
No, it
tell.
was Kiefer the one did that strategy though. So
no,
Yeah,
he was going. Well, no, it was. Oh,
no,
it
he
was
was
Tina.
Tina.
Tina the one did that strategy. Kiefer
And
is the one that filled
he
everybody
spread them
in.
out. Yeah.
he spread
Okay.
them out. And honestly, I feel like Tina's strategy, I felt like that's probably what I would have done because you want to get the stronger players out and leave the weaker ones in. That way, your strong players are staying in, and
Right.
you're getting the other team's stronger players out. Because that competition isn't built for someone like Beth, who is just
Right.
tiny and just doesn't have a lot of upper arm strength.
Or
But
Julie, you notice she was the first girl out, right? Like
Beth
on
Yeah.
was.
Destiny, and then Josh was the first guy out on
Mm-hmm.
Defender.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I can just say right now that competition would be a big nope. I'd be out in like 5 minutes. I have no upper arm strength.
Yeah, same.
Oh, correction, that was Julie. She was the first girl out on Defender, and Josh was the first boy out on Defender.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beth was the first girl out, period. Well, was the
yeah,
first one out, period. Yeah.
yeah. She lasted 30 minutes though, so like, I
Yeah.
mean, we don't know how long. I mean, like how much liquid she had in hers either. So like,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it was based on their body weight. They all didn't have the
yeah,
same amount. So yeah.
And shout out to Canada for basing everything out on everybody's body weight and body strength because we all know that the US version does not do that. And I feel
oh
like that
no,
gives the
like
guys an unfair advantage.
oh
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
that Nicole Anthony's veto, man, that it was obvious she was not gonna win that one.
I
Like,
know.
so,
That was a very unfair thing because that was clearly built for a guy who is
yeah,
strong and has muscles, not for a little 115-pound girl, you know?
yeah.
So, no.
All right, so then we go back inside the house, and Julie comes on the screen and let them know the winners are gonna be safe, and the
Julie?
uh fuck, sorry, not Julie,
Arista.
Arissa. Arissa let them know that the winners will be safe and the loser will all be on the block, and that the winners will be getting a food fest, and the losers will be getting slopped for the night.
Oh, nope. Coffee and cigarettes. Coffee and cigarette diet. That's what I call slop diet.
Okay, Brayden he was not having any of that slop.
No, he was not at all. I don't blame him though, because I couldn't either. I'd be like, nope. Guess I'm gonna lose a bunch of weight.
So yeah, that pretty much wrapped up episode one, and then episode two, that's the whole eviction, and they let us know what happened before the eviction and everything. So let's just jump into episode two.
So episode 2 is whenever you see people kind of group up. You're seeing Julie, Braden, and Austin all linking up immediately, and
And they formed the dolls.
the dolls. Now that's an alliance I could actually get behind because I just love those characters a lot.
Yeah,
But I 100% can like get behind them when like I love them. Um, but you also see Julie's kind of start to run her mouth a lot, and Latoya's taking notes about that,
Hmm.
yeah.
and that's kind of stirred up.
Before all that, like let's just talk about Julie and how her story. Like that was a very emotional moment.
Oh my god,
Yeah, it was.
I was crying. Like, I mean, anytime somebody who's transgender comes out and like really just explains like what they went through, it's always a beautiful thing because like you never know what somebody's going through. And she's this strong, beautiful, confident woman. And to see her just kind of like be vulnerable for a moment, it was so beautiful to me.
Yeah,
And also what Latoya said.
Yeah,
Like that really resonated with me.
yeah.
really did.
She
Where she came out as
she
bisexual.
yeah, she came out as bisexual live on TV. Like she said her family and close friends knew, but
Yeah.
other than that, nobody else knew. And she feels like you shouldn't have to come out. Like, cause straight people, you don't have to come out the closet. You don't have to be like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm straight.
Right. Yes, that's what I mean. Like I have never heard that angle before, but I mean I get it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Have you guys ever watched that movie Love, Simon?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay. It's a movie that came out a couple of years ago, and it's about this guy who's in high school who is coming out as gay. And um, there's one scene in the movie where he actually talks about that, where he talks about how nobody comes out as straight. And you even see this like montage of his straight friends like going to their parents and saying, "Mom, I'm straight." And like their parents just start like squalling and stuff. And he was just saying like how you don't really have how like the gay community doesn't really get that, you
Yeah.
know, like the straight community doesn't have to go through that at all. And whenever you come out as gay, transgender, bisexual, pansexual, asexual, all of queer, whatever it is you identify as, it's a coming out experience. And like you guys just said, it shouldn't be like that. You know, we should just celebrate each other. Be who you are, you know, just say, hey, this is my girlfriend, and move on with your day.
Yeah,
Mm.
but you know, like the world is so judgmental today. Like people, if someone just actually did that, like people automatically get judged on like who they fell in love with. Like you can't, you can't pick and choose who. I mean, maybe you can pick and choose who you fall in love with, but like you can't control it.
No,
Right.
not at all. And you can't, like, we, I mean, you hear so many stories about, like, all these men who, like, cheat on their wives or whatever with other men because they're not attracted to their wives, but they're attracted to these other men. And
And they're just doing what society want them to do.
exactly, instead of just being themselves and being free. And I am very happy to say that we have come a long way with that. But the bottom line is, the fight's not over. We still have a long way to go with that. Like with that, you know, there's so many people, especially here in America, where you have all these people who are just so hateful, and then they want to shove religion, they want to shove everything to just say that you're wrong, and that's not okay. Because at the end of the day, my story is my story to tell. I can't. You don't know what it's like to be me, and I don't know what it's like to be you. So why can't we just come together and celebrate that? You know, celebrate our differences. You know, like it's
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Mm.
I think
They,
too, like besides it being that really emotional moment for the cast to be together, it's something to point out too is that those people haven't really been around others in so long because of coronavirus. So like this is like the first time that they're really getting out and getting to be around someone.
Absolutely. And so they've probably just been living with a lot of anxiety and a lot of just fear. So this is probably just like a great thing for them to be like other people, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so
yeah.
it was
I
definitely
mean, at the end of the day, what I eat don't make you shit. So stop worrying about what everybody do.
exactly. Just be nice to each other, love each other. That's all that matters. Just doesn't have to be anything but that. Because at the end of the day, love is the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
And for all you Christians out there, love thy neighbor.
Okay, I think we got a little deep there. Like
We went
Yeah.
out task a little bit.
let's get back on topic.
Okay.
Um what happens next? Also, y'all didn't mention the whole Victoria, Tina, and Beth thing. Like they tried to form like a little alliance. Did you see that? And then fucking Beth opened the shower curtain, shower door, like exposed all her body.
Oh, poor thing.
Forgetting it. I guess you really do forget you on camera. I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, poor thing. I ain't not gonna lie, I did miss that part. Um, just for a moment, I had something come up. So I did miss the first couple minutes of that episode. But um yeah, oh poor thing. When I heard about that, I was like, oh well.
So then you see Ty, Tyshawn, Jedson, and Latoya. They form a little alliance. How do you guys feel about that? That trio.
I love it.
I do too. I love that also. I'm just afraid for Latoya in that I hope that she can, be her fierce self. I just don't want those boys to turn on her
I
since
feel
they've already
like
kind of made their own thing.
I feel like if anything, Latoya would pick up on it and flip on them before they can get her out.
Yeah, I could see that happening also.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Because I want Queen Latoya to go the distance.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be strong. I mean, they're gonna be strong if they stick together.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. For
They'll be
sure.
a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Yeah. And then like you see Josh, he starts to notice he's like the outside person. I told you guys before, I feel like he would be an outsider. He wouldn't be able to fit in good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's exactly what's happening. Like, and I knew he would be like an early target, just an easy pick because of this reason. But he did pick up on like the bros, like Tyson and Jedson and Kyle. They was all hanging out, and Rohan. He
Uh-huh.
picked up on that and let Julie know about it. And then Julie went back and started telling everybody. And
Yeah.
then that put a target on her back. Like, and then Latoya was already thinking, like, man, she doesn't get a good vibe from Julie.
But she talks too much.
Yeah.
She, I know there's a lot of controversy right now in the community. I've seen a lot of people like kind of get upset with Latoya for this, but I don't think that she was doing it to be anything other than saying this girl is running her mouth, and this is why I feel threatened by her because I don't trust her with anything.
And again, guys, you have to understand that these people have been in the house since Saturday. What we're seeing is like stuff has already happened. So you're seeing Latoya basing everything off what she already seen before the feeds even came on. So stuff could have happened that we don't know about,
And
and they just edited it into the show.
Right. Yeah.
and what you have to remember, building on that, is the feeds didn't come on until Thursday night. And so you have from the moment that they entered the house
Which was
until
Saturday night.
Saturday night until Thursday night, you have to edit that into a 40-minute episode. So you
Mhm.
so much, and then you have 14 people that you're having to edit through. I mean, the people in editing can do whatever they want. You can say, I think Latoya could have been in there saying, I think I love Julie's story and I think she's wonderful, but I also think that Julie runs her mouth. You don't know what these producers are feeding them whenever they're in the diary room. You don't know what these people, you don't know about their daily interactions. So we all have to keep that in a grain of salt. Now, however, now that we have the feeds, we'll actually be able to see a lot more of that. But until we got the feeds, we don't know what happened before we got them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So, um, so my favorite part of the episode was after all this, and that was whenever Team Destiny got to ask questions to
Oh yeah.
the defenders. I thought that was cool because they were all anonymous.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have the questions written down. So the first question went to Braden, and he was asked about his close person, about how, oh yeah, about the close connections that he's already made in the house. And he said that he's just getting to know people and that they've barely been in the house long enough to like really know anybody, but he's still getting his footing in, which I think is a fair answer. Like
Yeah,
you're not gonna immediately like, yeah, you're spending all these time with these people, but you're they haven't even been in the house for a week.
right.
Yeah.
And then we have Judson, who was asked what the importance of a final two.
And
And
I loved his answer. I
yes,
loved his
He did
answer.
have a really good answer.
um, and he basically said that he, like Raiden, was still getting his footing with people, and that he wasn't ready to make that call just yet because he still doesn't know everybody, which is very, very smart, you know?
Yeah. And it
And
does feel like a final two is an important. It's just not the right time. Like they haven't
Right.
had enough time to find that person.
exactly.
I feel like they was trying to trip him up and like try to throw someone under the bus or something.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, he's not gonna, if he already has a final two, which we don't know right now, he ain't gonna out them. Like, why would you out your final two on?
Right.
Right there. Yeah.
I mean, we all play Big Brother the game, and I can tell you one thing: I ain't ever outed my final two.
No.
So, you know, I'm thinking like this was an anonymous question. So what if Tyshawn put that to him? Like he gave him that question just to
The
see if
final
he would
two.
be like loyal to him or something.
Ooh, that's a good.
That's a good theory.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I want that answer. I
Yeah.
really hope that, I really hope that, like, on finale night, we get those answers.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Rohan was asked how he feels about being a possible target because he did so well in that comp. And he answered with, um, he was a little uneasy at first, but he just wants to work on his connections. And I thought that was a good answer as well because he just, I mean, he probably doesn't want to be seen as a physical threat, but,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, it's still early, still so early.
Yeah.
And then Josh, I
And
love
I
Josh.
also feel like, sorry, piggybacking off that, I feel like a lot of people just look at people and just think that, oh, they're a physical threat.
Hmm.
But like, some people can be physically fit, but still uncoordinated and can't do stuff. Like, so
Right.
like, I don't know why people always go with
Oh,
that
yeah.
theory.
And they could be dumb as a box of rocks too. Like you can
Mm-hmm.
be a physical competitor, but if you can't think about your gameplay,
Right.
I mean, look at somebody like Fessy. Fessy, great physical competitor, but oh my god, I would never want to be aligned with him.
Who flipped?
No, who flips? Like, and there's several more examples of that. I mean, Josh Martinez, you
Oh,
know, oh my god, I wouldn't get him out first because he's a physical threat. I would have gotten him out first because his mouth.
right. Annoying.
But I would have voted for him in the end because he wasn't Paul.
So you would have been a bitter juror.
I would have been a very bitter juror. And I'm not a bitter person in this game, but I can't stand Paul, so.
Yeah, Paul's game would like he played the best game that second time, but like he just didn't have no soul. Like he
No.
didn't have no conscience or nothing. Like he was ruthless.
Oh, just a quick thing. If we are talking about Paul, um, as much as I don't like him, as much as I don't like them, I do want to respect I do want to respect their pronouns. Um, Paul now goes by they, their pronouns. Um, I don't know, I don't remember exactly what they identify as, but I do know that they have started with they them pronouns. So just a heads up about that. So
Okay.
we don't, yeah, because we don't, we may not like, we may not like them. You guys can see I'm still tripping up on it, but um, we may not like them, but and I know that you didn't know this, so that's why I'm taking the moment to
Wait,
educate.
what did I call them?
Just
Sorry, I gotta get used to
no,
used
you're
to it.
fine. No, I'm still tripping up on it. It's fine. I wanted to make you guys aware that that's Paul's pronouns is they and their, not he and them, he and him.
Okay.
But
My bad. My mistake.
no, no, you didn't know. That's why I'm taking the moment to say something about it because I completely forgot about it, and I was like, oh, let's just say something. Let me go ahead. But and I think this is a good educational moment for anybody who does not know this or whatever. So those of you guys watching that didn't know, now you know. So, but yes, I would have been very, very bitter against Paul, and I I've never liked them, and I never will. They would have to do a lot. But then again, Paul probably does not give a fuck about my opinion. So,
Probably not.
probably not.
All right. So what's next?
So Josh was asked about why he brought up the fact that there could be that guy's alliance. And he just said one word, paranoia. Kept it short and sweet.
I told you guys this guy is gonna be boring and
Yeah, he
like
needs to go. Like, I'm
yeah,
ready for him to be gone.
he brings nothing to the show.
Like, how did he get cast? Is what I'm wondering.
I mean, he's got like a good personality, but
Really?
I don't
well, I mean,
know.
like he's
I don't see
interesting.
it. I don't see the personality.
Well, I think he's an interesting person. I don't think it translates to the game Big Brother.
He just seems like a little antisocial,
Yeah,
or he doesn't know how to like adapt to situations.
yeah. That's why I say like
And I said that was gonna happen because he was the only child, and I can just see from his mannerism and how like he was just living in a little box or something, you
yeah.
know.
He's definitely got only child syndrome for sure, um, and there's nothing wrong with people who are only children, but you do need to get that socialization, and I feel like he missed out on the socialization. So, and especially in the game of Big Brother, it's such a social game. Um,
Right? Yeah.
you have to have some kind of level of being being social with people. You can't just hide in the corner all day because that's how you go home. So, and then this is where it really starts getting good. We get Latoya's answer. Latoya was then asked why she brought up Julie's name, and she said straight up, "I said everybody's name. If I didn't say your name, that means we would have had an issue. But I said everyone's name, and when we're all on the block, I have to weigh the pros and cons for everyone." And I thought that was very, very awesome. And I thought that was
Yeah,
a great answer.
Yeah, it really was.
yeah, that was definitely my favorite answer. Like her just saying it with her chest. She meant every word of it too. She's like, and I'm real. So
Exactly. And you have to think about it like whenever you're in that kind of position, you do have to weigh the pros and cons of every single person. And so, yeah, uh,
hey Bonnie,
yeah,
Bonnie, move
yeah.
your mic closer.
Sorry. One of my animals was getting on my computer, so I had to go shoo them off. But they come back up. I got the paper towels. I'm gonna beat them. Well, I'm not gonna beat them. I'm just gonna tap them. But But yeah, I thought that was a very, very fair answer though. And because whenever you're in that position, like everybody's name is going to be brought up. I don't care who you are. So
Yeah,
it doesn't mean I'm targeting you. It means that I like you're in the same position as I am. So
this is true.
so
So then the voting begins.
no, one more question.
Oh, wait, who's next?
Julie.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Julie
about
was
her.
asked um who was the weakest defender, and she
Oh
said
yeah,
Josh.
and she said Josh.
Yeah.
I agree, Julie. I agree.
Yeah, right. I think
Get
we
him
But
out.
she can't talk shit because she didn't last long either. Now,
Okay.
what
like it's only been one comp.
exactly. Exactly. Then we have the vote, and um, basically everybody but Julie and Victoria voted to evict Julie, and then Julie and Victoria voted to evict Josh. So it was an 11-2 vote. So
Yep.
I mean, poor Julie. Like I really wanted to see this trans queen, like this beautiful woman, just come up and
Yeah,
just dominate this game.
I did too. But like I said, I was hoping she wouldn't be an Audrey, and she turned out to be an Audrey. Like
Yeah,
went in there and started talking too much. Same thing Audrey was doing. Like
yeah.
just be quiet sometimes. You don't have to tell everything.
I think that was her downfall, and that she really needed to just keep her mouth quiet whenever like, she just had to keep her mouth quiet.
I'm really I really want to know about this alliance thing because in her interview with Arissa, I was gonna say Julie again. Her interview with Arissa, she said she was making multiple alliances, and of course we didn't get to see that because the fees was off.
Yeah,
So I want to know who was in these alliances and who did she go to, and like the backstory about this stuff because we didn't know. It didn't show where them even finding out about Tyshawn and the duo, or we didn't. It's a lot of stuff we didn't get to see.
no, oh my god, like we were saying earlier, there's so much that we missed.
Yeah,
And okay, feed spoilers. Apparently, um, the vote was actually supposed to be to Josh, but
yeah,
Latoya got it flipped to
yeah, and
Julie.
we missed that. Like, what
We
what
missed all
happened
that.
there?
And Victoria was left out of the loop, hence why she didn't vote for, like, because she thought that the target was still Josh. So that's why she voted Josh. So Victoria is like feeling left out right now. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean that's it for episodes 1 and 2 though. So what did you guys think about both of the episodes?
As far as episode one, the premiere, I love the fact that they started off with the whole COVID situation and how the house got abandoned after season 8, and there was a bringing it back, and how the house just grew limbs and trees and shit all over it and stuff. It made it believable, like because that could
Yeah.
actually happen if it's not like tamed.
Yeah, 100%. Like
But
I
I didn't
love
like the fact that they showed the exact same interviews, like the when they dropped the videos, like the intro videos. Like they showed the exact same ones. They could have switched it up or something.
I agree because
Because that
I
was
had
like a
already
waste
watched
of
those.
like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, because I had already watched those videos several times before the season even aired. Like
Those
I was I was zoned out the entire time.
Yeah,
Like
and those videos are actually shorter than the US version. US version usually take like 30 minutes on their intro videos.
yeah.
But that's why they make the episode longer.
Oh yeah. I will say that, and then the fact that it wasn't a longer premiere was
Yeah,
what disappointed me
yeah,
because the one thing that Big Brother US that the one thing that Big Brother US that Big Brother Canada does not do that BBUS does right is that Big Brother US generally has a at least an hour and a half to 2 hour premiere. And I really wish that Big Brother Canada would do that.
yeah.
So,
But as far as episode two, um, I just I don't know. I mean, I liked it, of course, but like nothing really like stood out or like caught my eye that made me feel super excited about that episode. I mean,
I
because we
agree.
are,
I feel like a lot of it was left out. Like
yeah,
all the exciting things were left out.
yeah. Like I said, like the behind the backstory of how it went down and everything. Like they show, I know they showed certain parts, but like it had to be some sort of blow up for them to like flip that vote and everything,
Right.
for them to find out about all this information. Like
yeah.
I want to know that.
I think that's the thing that sucks the most about the first week. And another thing that Big Brother US did the one good thing that
Night one
BB22,
feeds.
yeah, that BB22 did was we got night one feeds. And I
Yeah.
feel like without those night,
And we also got live move-in day
we got what?
that time. The live move-in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is the one. That is like one of the few things I actually liked about Big Brother 22, and
Yeah.
I really wish that we could have had that this season in Big Brother Canada, just because you don't miss as much. I mean, of course, like you'll miss some a little bit, because the feeds aren't always showing every single room,
Right.
but you get a lot more insight, because we don't know what these people have been talking about the past couple days at all. So,
Mhm.
but I think my favorite part though was the questions. I really liked when they asked the questions. So,
Yeah. I like that. The whole question things too, and how six of them was on the blog, no veto. Because I was wondering, like, I was like, man, how are they gonna do this with no veto? Like, that's fucked up. Like,
Mhm.
but like, it's basically like an instant eviction. They just got extra time there. Like,
exactly. So,
yeah. But
I guess that's it. Do you guys have anything you guys would like to add?
yes, I would like to say I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching, and I hope you guys continue to watch and support, like, share, and subscribe to our video. Tell a friend, just keep watching because we're
Shoot us
gonna
some
keep.
Honestly,
comments of what you might be looking for also that we can cover.
Oh yeah,
yes.
definitely.
100%. Feel free to DM us. We are on Twitter at Behind the Mask, and it's Behind capital TH Mask on Twitter. We're open for anything. Please send us your DMs and give us your thoughts. Tell us what we can do better. Tell us what we're doing great at, because we want to hear from you. Because without feedback, we can't improve.
Yeah, we're doing this for ourselves, but we're also doing it for your entertainment also.
So,
Well, again, thank you for watching. We hope you guys have a good night.
we'll see you guys next week for episode 3.
Yay. Bye, guys.
Later.